Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tardis Zone's NuWhoZone. We are here for Series 8, Episode 2, Into the Dalek. We're well into the Peter Capaldi run. So, yeah, so if you want to get your DVDs and stuff ready, and yeah, we'll get straight into it. So, let's bring on our guests anyway, and we will start in no particular order. It's the one and only Real Super Doctor.
Hey Noel, how you doing?
Not too bad, you?
Not bad.
Yeah, it's
surviving the weather.
Yeah, I know. We got a nice little cool breeze here now, but the worst thing about it is I actually have the oven on because I'm doing a nice bit of roast beef. So it hasn't helped. It hasn't cooled down. It's like a fucking jacuzzi here, but you know, yeah, it'll be done as we're streaming, and I'll be able to turn the bleeding oven off. Anyway, let's bring on our next guest. It's the one and only PD Rich.
It's hot. It's hot. It's hot.
It's getting hot in here, so take off all your, you know what.
I'm right down to my undies.
Anyway, we won't say any more, just in case. Anyway, we got the one and only Problem B.
Hello. Yes, I got my my sliding doors open, so if you hear traffic, there's not much I can do about it.
No, it's grand. It's grand, man. I can understand it. It's fucking like it's nice weather. It's nice weather. You just wish you had, while it's sunny, you had that bit of a cool breeze, but it's like dead heat.
Yeah, it's the humidity that's the killer more than anything. And apparently it's going to be up to 32 degrees next week.
Yeah, so. Same here. We're gonna, I'm looking forward to it. I'm just saying it's just a bit, as you said, it's just a bit, you just want that cool breeze, don't you? It's that dead, humid fucking...
Yeah, it's not even a headache.
Yeah, it's not even the sun. Like, everybody likes the heat. Like, we like the sun. It's just the fucking,
See, the heat's a totally different heat from abroad, because I was in Kos in I think it was 2016, and it was about 40-degree heat, and it was absolutely lovely. And you could walk about. You could walk about for miles and that.
Well, you got the sea air there as well, don't you? So it makes a big difference. And Ireland, particularly, as well. You know, you're much closer to the coast than most mainland England people. So you've got better air in Ireland. You know.
That's it, man. It's fucking bad here, man. It's bad. But look,
but it's better than here. I mean,
you've got weather-wise, it's good. But winter as well, we get it pretty rough. We get it pretty rough.
Got straight off the Atlantic.
So what you call it? I've got me. I've got mine ready. So if everybody, there's 7 people watching. So if you're ready, you want to come into the chat, pop in. You know what to do. I don't know what's. I've text Charlotte, but I don't know if she's still busy. Or, because we know she's, being, I think last week was a job interview. She's waiting on a phone call. So, probably still trying to get a job or whatever it is she's doing. So, if she comes in the meantime, of course, we've already sent the link. So, if you're listening, I've sent you an email. And if you want to pop in, you're more than welcome. Anyway, let's get this show on the road, I suppose. So, Lee, if you want to... Is everybody ready for starters, actually?
Yeah. Let's just check. Well, my Blu-ray, sorry, my DVD isn't loaded up. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Where is that icon? Oh, there it is. I'll force it to load.
Oh. So yeah, it's one of those days. I even went for a bit of a walk today. Me and the missus, we went to get a bit of food as well, a bit of shopping. I haven't been shopping for a while. That was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I suppose everyone's out, aren't they?
Yeah,
I couldn't face.
That's what I mean. That's the thing. I haven't really left the apartment in over 2.5 years, so it's kind of like all of a sudden I'm kind of like feeling a bit claustrophobic. You know, being out and seeing all the people, it's a bit overwhelming. I have to be honest.
Yeah.
But you know, we did it anyway. We got the shopping. I don't dilly daddle around. I know exactly what I'm getting. I'll just pick it up into the basket, straight up to the counter and out the fucking door. That's it. Unless I want the fucking munchie, then obviously I'll have a look. But no munchie today, so it was grand, just the filth. Anyway, I think we're nearly ready to go. We're just waiting on TV there, so we'll just give it a few more minutes.
Blooming drive to read the disc.
Oh dear. Is it scratched?
No, the disc is fine. It's just being an idiot. It does this. It goes, oh. The problem is I used to install lots of games from disc back in the time, and I hardly use a drive now. So it's
clunky.
Gets into one of these stupid modes where it goes, oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, I just insert a disc, don't know what to do.
Yeah, the wonders of modern technology. They had to make our lives easier.
Yeah. So I'll try and auto run it. I don't know what's just playing up at the moment. It's not the disc. Disc's fine. Oh, it's the heat.
Probably that. It's sending things haywire.
Yeah, always does.
Yeah, the internet goes a bit funny as well because the weather is weird.
Yeah, mine keeps sort of conking out occasionally. It doesn't usually do it.
Oh, there it goes. It's detected the damn thing now. Give me a minute.
Woo-hoo.
There we go. It's auto running now. Okay. I am almost there.
Happy days.
Even though I wish I could take this one off because I think it's the worst Dalek episode ever.
Oh, God. I'm not looking forward to this at all. But I can't remember why I cringed so badly whilst watching it. So I'll have to refresh my memory as to why I didn't like it so much.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it as well. So be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
This sent me into a rage. So let's see.
Right, just
negate canon.
Whenever you're ready, Lou, you can do the
Rightio. Yep. Everyone ready? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I mean, the beginning is all right with the spaceship.
I remember I was looking forward to this because it was Peter Capaldi's first time.
Oh, I've got a copy of the leaked script to this one. Sorry to interrupt you, Super Doctor. If anyone wants a copy, just let me know. I'll give it to you. Yeah. Someone got a copy of the leaked script. Do you remember the script went missing for season 8? I got.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And
I got a copy.
Yeah.
I never looked at it. I just wanted to watch the episode first before comparing it to the script. I think the script's much better than the episode. It starts off all right.
Somebody in a loo.
Nice shot there, though.
Yeah, there's some nice shots in this. It actually starts off pretty well.
As I said, yeah.
Like just looking at it.
Starts good, but it just gets terrible in the middle. Holding coffee. Is that the bolt gun?
Yeah, I just love the way
he's so rash.
I can hear audio bleeding through.
Oh, that's a car going past. Hey, Ray in the chat.
Hello. Please.
Well, no, it's not Orphan 42, Ray, but I just think it's one of the worst Dalek episodes.
Yeah, hey, Ray.
It starts good, but it just gets stupid in the middle. I thought he was really harsh, the Doctor, when he said that. When I got to know the Doctor, it's like, no, he's not. He's been the Doctor.
Yeah.
I was in Lord of the Rings, you know. I was a hobbit.
I remember this guy from Spaced.
Yeah, he's done a few things.
He was great in that.
I was a hobbit. I was a dwarf instead of the hobbit. What's the oim?
Well, that's nice, isn't it? It's a roller coaster with it.
Just save one of your pilots, for God's sake. Even a thank you and bugger off.
I actually think she would have made a better companion than Clara. At this point, I mean, Clara was just getting too big.
Yeah. The problem is this set just looks like a science lab, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know it's supposed to be in a spaceship, but it looks like it's on a boat or something. It doesn't look like spaceship, it looks like a modern day lab. On a boat.
Terrible idea for a proctologist.
And someone wrote on Facebook, I love this. I'm sorry, I'm not watching Inferno. It's way too hot for that story. Pew. Feckin' is, man.
I don't like that doctor bit. That doctor bit.
Oh, that's a lovely cool base. Come on. Come straight into me. Yes, I've knocked the oven off now anyway, so hopefully it cools down real fast.
Sounds so much like a Delaware version of Doctor Who theme.
I have to say the titles are impressive.
Yeah, it's a nice job of titles, even though they kind of borrowed it from someone. But then again, he did give the fan a credit he got it from. Oh my god.
Oh no, there's See, this is what really got me about Series 8. I really didn't like the romance between Danny Pink and Clara.
Yeah, it's not Hollyoaks, it's Doctor
And Danny
Who.
Pink's like supposed to be a soldier, but he's such a pussy, really. You know?
Yeah.
No wonder the Doctor.
But I don't think he is a pussy. I think he can see. I think Danny can actually see, even though Moffat didn't explain it well, but I could see what he was trying to do. Danny could see how Clara was getting what's the word I'm looking for? She was getting reckless.
Yeah.
And she was getting arrogant. And I think with his army experience, he was like, because he tried to warn her off the Doctor and all of this. Like, so I mean, I can understand it, but the thing about it is, it was poorly executed. Like this episode, it was just purely the Danny Pink relationship with Clara was badly handled. This is why you have some in the fandom thinking that, like, Clara and the Doctor actually loved each other and fancied each other. Bollocks. She was with Danny Pink. She loved Danny Pink.
Yeah, he did. He did kill someone who wasn't a soldier. I just hate the way it got all about Coal Hill School. It's like, it's not Grange Hill. It's Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I think the idea of the Coal Hill School was just the kind of throwback to An Earthly Child.
Yeah, it was a 50th anniversary thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, the 50th.
I think they overdid it. Really. Should have been a couple of episodes and then shoved it into class. Am I watching Doctor Who or am I watching Hollyoaks? That's exactly what I said the first time I saw this first part of this episode. It's supposed to be about Daleks, or is this Hollyoaks? Good line, though.
God, she's a bitch.
That's what I mean. I mean, you know what I mean? They didn't start off on the best of terms, did they? Because she literally just like calls him basically a thug.
Yeah. Fug, yeah. Licensed fug.
Yeah.
I can see where Moffat's going, but it's not Hollyoaks, you know?
Yeah,
it's
too soap opera.
Yeah.
I mean, he turned around and said before this season, in season 8, mate, it's like, he turned around and said, season 8's going to be really dark, it's going to be really bad, it's going to be really dark and more horror-based, and it just turned into melodramatic Hollyoaks.
Yeah.
Sorry for cutting you off there, John. Go ahead, mate.
Clara's eyebrows are getting thicker as well.
I know. Jump.
I'm sure it's just not her bangs.
Yeah. They kept doing that kind of jump kite thing, didn't they? Oh, I hated that. You're not at university.
Oh God, this is so boring. Move on.
I know,
but they're kind of trying to set it up, though.
I know.
Are we going into a Dalek, or are we?
Well, yeah, you speak. But hold on, right? Let me put a valid point out there. You would be complaining if this wasn't happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
You would, because it wouldn't be developed properly, and then you'd have a problem with it.
You can't prove it negative. You can't say if it wasn't there, we wouldn't like it. I mean, if it wasn't there, we wouldn't know.
It's just too long. I mean, come on, I did it well on the 50th, just having that little tiny scene and then just goes off.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I know they're trying to establish him,
it's only 9 minutes in. Will you leave it out? They're just trying to fucking set it up.
10 minutes too long.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, she asked you for that coffee. What are you on? Hurry up.
Yeah, do as Clara says.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Actually, don't do as Clara says.
Your Clara's B-I-T-C-H. Do what you're told.
You've got to.
I love the way he just brings her in on false pretenses and then brings her. Oh, we got a job to do.
I think the jump cut in the beginning of this episode is a bit off-putting as well.
She is in a way going through her post-regeneration trauma in the way I think that Moffat was trying to get across. I like Clarice as Raymond O'Reilly.
Yeah. She's going through the post-regeneration trauma as a doctor.
Yeah, tell Perry about that.
In fairness, that's a valid point. It's not just the doctor that goes through; the companion goes through it as well. Though it is a shock. Look at Rose, for example, when the doctor and the way she was carrying on.
Oh, yeah, she was way worse.
She wasn't she?
Oh God, yeah.
She was. Rose was a bit over the top with that, and then by the end, she was just like on board with it. Like it just.
I don't understand why the doctor's asking if he's good. He knows he's a good man.
He tries to be, at least.
I think it's a midlife crisis.
I think that's what he's trying to do, but I think he did it a bit better in the beginning of season 9, riding on the tank with a good electric guitar.
Into darkness.
Still at this point, it's very believable that Capaldi is the Doctor. I mean, compared to the current departing 13th Doctor.
I get exactly what you're saying, Super Doctor.
This is still Doctor Who, no matter if even it's got that wee bit of soapiness in it, but it still works.
I just don't like the set on this one. It's like university lab.
His face when he realizes what they said. Now, you see, to me, that's where the intro should have come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Doctor Who is trending. 18,000. Let's see.
What's happened?
Why is Doctor Who trending?
It's not about Juno, is it?
Yeah, Sophia Miles. They're more interested in Sophia Miles than they are about anything.
That won't trend. But yeah, I just want to say a quick word to the two idiots out there that are trying to pick on her, that stabbed me in the back and others in the back. Yeah. Stay in your little circle, jerk. Private conversation. Don't be coming onto Twitter with your rubbish. Yeah. Sophia Miles has every right to express her opinion. She knew the guy in Noel Clarke. If you have an issue with that, well, then you shouldn't be on social media. And secondly, might I point out that you're believing a newspaper article. What happened with innocent until proven guilty?
I just had this row on Instagram. My first row on Instagram. Wow. I had to block a couple of people just because I said that, innocent until proven guilty. It's the cornerstone of our civilization.
The police did it. Look, at first I thought he was guilty because I covered it. Right, I thought he was guilty. Right, the police did their investigation, said there was nothing to answer for. I did a second follow-up video on it. Right, now people are coming out and supporting him, have every right to do that, just like people came out and supported Johnny Depp. Right, but there seems to be, and this is the thing that annoys me, is what Lee just said. Right, I just want to point this out. These are all going after her. Yeah, we're about Juno Dawson. Now, you won't touch Juno Dawson because she happens to be a trans person, and you are afraid to because you have no backbone. So shut your mouth. You have nothing to say about any but savior of the family.
Conformist.
It's like, I got called a sheep simply for saying that the law is the law. And it's like, well, I'd rather that than live in the world where you can ruin someone's life with an accusation.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to believe the 25 women victims. And like, well, the police didn't. So
exactly. And again, though, there seems to be an arrogance by some out there that think that their opinions are more valid than others.
Yeah,
it's not. She's entitled to her opinion. If you don't agree with it, and then just keep your mouth closed. Right?
They seem very keen to see a black man put in jail, don't they?
Yeah.
But yet they won't say anything about a trans person who's writing fucking sexually explicit books for 13-year-olds.
Yeah, sex guys for 13-year-olds.
Shut your mouth, you hypocrites. I'm saying no more before I do say something. Because I don't want to get back into that old routine. But I tell you something.
I hate this
insert. There's a couple of people in this fandom that are really, really, really rubbing me up the wrong way. Tell you.
There we go. The Doctor Who suppository.
Yeah. You put it into a Dalek's eye, even though it doesn't work. It's not a force field, it's a lens.
Still, you have to be sure.
Turn the lens into some massive force field now. It's like, well, how does that work? I know. My attitude is a place to dismiss this, so it's over.
It's like these people. I said to them, if you got more information about what's actually happened, maybe you should tell the police.
Yeah.
It's like they've just decided he's guilty because the accusations are by too many women, so it must be true.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I said,
where have I seen this set before?
This is a witch hunt. This is a witch hunt.
Yeah. Let's kill Hitler set again.
Yeah, Tesselecta.
Tesselecta again, yeah.
I told them to read To Kill a Mockingbird and The Crucible. Yeah.
Read One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest because that's where you're going.
Yeah. Well, To Kill a Mockingbird was about, a story about how a black man was accused of raping a white woman.
Container? Sorry. Go ahead, please. Sorry. I'm just getting angry.
Just saying that was a story about a black man who was accused of raping a white woman and was put on trial,
Yeah. It's a good book. Good legal drama, that is. So I said, why is the Dalek the mutant in a container now?
Hey there, Legend of the Traveling Tardis in the chat.
Hey, Christian. Or one of Christian's cohorts, depending on whoever's using the account today. It'll be death now.
Rusty.
It was supposed to be Rusty after Russell T. Davies.
Yeah.
Antibodies.
It's a travel pod machine, for God's sake. The Daleks. The bit in the middle. Yep. It's not going to fart antibodies out to attack everyone. Make no sense. There'll be nanobots.
I mean, why would Daleks have nanotechnology installed in them? I mean,
sorry, that's just cutting up me roast beef.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
I can understand they're using
police activity out there. I wonder what the fuck is going on.
Dalek is a Dalek isn't a cyborg. It's a mutant in a suit.
Very practical.
Let me hear with me. Close 10.
If a Dalek had all this, how could it couldn't beat the malevolent virus?
Oh, no. Just throw them into a vat of Dalek puke.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that was completely ripping off the beast below. I mean, there are a lot of ideas off from various episodes and all that kind of.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah, this is why I didn't like the episodes. It's merged from bits of other episodes.
Yeah.
And slammed into a Dalek episode.
Nice way to treat the Doctor's brand new outfit.
Yeah,
well, that's what happened to Matt Smith's outfit as well.
Beast Below got wrecked.
Yeah.
It's like Moffat's got the wrong Dalek. It's like it's got one of the Necros Daleks. Tell the difference in Imperial Dalek and a standard Dalek. Climbing through the beast below set again.
Those two, your woman there and the fella that she's talking to, were in an episode of Black Mirror together.
Oh, cool. She
played a woman who, her and her boyfriend, they kidnapped some kid and murdered them, and she got to relive.
Yeah.
Do you remember that episode? Yeah. And he played the fucking prison guard, but he was really, you know what I mean? It was
something dance, something, wasn't it? I can't remember. Shut Up and Dance. That's what it was called.
Yeah. Good episode. Great episode it was.
Totally blew you out of the water with the revelation.
I mean, the start of the episode is great because you're feeling sorry for the girl, the woman. And you're thinking that, like, who's screwing with her? Why are all these people watching her? And then, as you said yourself, when you get to the end of the episode, it's fucking great, man.
Yeah. Why do you be watching inside him?
Resistance is futile. That's a Borg fucking line.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck is going on. Hold on.
That was a good effect. Whoops.
But what did you expect? I mean, you don't want to piss off a Dalek.
No, just kill you.
Exterminate. I think the Daleks are beginning to look a bit kind of plasticky in this.
Yeah.
They're starting
Not as
to lose
plastically as the last one, though.
Bronzeness.
Yeah. It's not as bad as the last ones, though, Super Doctor. Look like M&Ms.
Oh, yeah, the Power Ranger Daleks.
That's the ones, or Teletubby Daleks.
Yeah.
They look mega plastic until I saw them with the Daleks and repainted them. Took the hunch off their backs. Oh, for God's sake, Clara.
Oh.
If you didn't want to be scared, don't come along, right?
Waiting for to smack him
Oh.
so he'll regenerate. Oh, God.
Damn it, Morty.
Actually, it's exactly what we learned, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Man, what you should have done with Clara is just throw her out of an airlock.
Tie her up and just leave her. If that was Rick Sanchez, he'd just tie her up and leave her. Just assaulted an elderly person.
Well, what did you learn, Clara? Enlighten us. Come on.
Yeah, come on, Clara. Tell like the most intelligent person in the room how he's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't wait to hear our answer.
Yeah. See, you don't need those stupid Gatling gun ones. It can just shoot it anyway.
I love that gun.
Yeah.
But she didn't explain what.
Yeah, she didn't explain anything. Yeah, Steve Moffat lost it again. Lost the plot point. Lost the pulp thread. Weaved another one.
Right, the Daleks killed how many of their people? You know, this is like, oh, okay.
We can't exterminate this super Dalek. Oh, you can tell they're, yeah. You can tell they were toys in that shot.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Still, though, it's still great to hear their voices, even if they are shit Daleks.
Yeah. I wish I'd find someone else who can do similar voices, though. Give it a bit of nuance. So I love the old Daleks, so it was Skeleton and someone else doing it.
Yeah.
Or Hawkins were doing it. Oh, God. Does that mean we're just going to give Daleks radiation leaks and they'll turn good?
Here's a question. It's just popped into my head. So Genesis of the Daleks, the Doctor gave Davros all the information, so they'd always win and shit like that. But the Doctor stopped it. So in fairness, here shouldn't fucking the Doctor not know that this was going to happen? Am I making sense? No, am I? I'm probably not making sense at all, am I? Just
not really.
I'm just rambling.
No, that information was destroyed.
There are some good scenes with the Dalek, though. Let's be honest.
Oh, there's some good shots in this. It comes off a bit corny, though. I think that's a problem.
We're watching you, Christian. We're watching you. Hello, Chris. Hello, Darren.
They do feel that extra toys,
Perch,
remote
hey,
control Dalek.
Yeah.
Hey, Darren.
Did use a few.
Sorry, I'm switching over from both, so I don't see the chat because I'm watching the Doctor on my computer because it's handier. Oh, this is who she sacrifices herself for him.
He pulled the bit of his sonic screwdriver off yet?
Yeah.
See, the mistake here in biology is that antibodies will attack any foreign body, even if the foreign body is not malign. You know, it will.
Yeah, but if the Doctor has disguised them, which I think he has. Anyway, you're an idiot for sacrificing yourself.
Yeah.
Oh,
welcome to Missy Land.
In fairness, it kept going back to this, and I said, "Oh, what the fuck, man!"
I love this music. I love this music.
Yeah. She's crazy.
Like some tea. I love Missy's theme. I love it.
Yeah. Michelle Gomez was brilliant in this series and the next one.
Well, the question is, was the Nether Sphere our TARDIS?
Apparently, the deep water facility or the dark water facility was actually her TARDIS.
Yeah.
That's what's apparent. Then that means she recovered it from the face of Blow's planet.
I mean, they're not going to win against them. Just run.
Yeah. The thing I don't like about this is we've seen what's inside Dalek, and the whole inside this Dalek is different. It makes no sense.
Well, that's convenient.
Yeah.
Convenient plot twist.
I mean, she happens to be an expert all of a sudden.
Yeah. See, this is Clara getting too big for her boots. I mean, she's trying to be like the Doctor.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to say something that's probably a little bit controversial here, but maybe Clara was a Mary Sue.
Yeah.
You know, the best as ever and all of that crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, they changed her in season 9 though. Toned it down.
Still, though, she has her moments.
I thought she was an English teacher, not a biology teacher.
In fairness, there's a good bit of action to this episode, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's moving at a fast pace now.
Yeah. I mean, these are the best scenes of it, the action scenes, I think. It's just the problem is we've seen what's inside Dalek with Dalek, the episode Dalek Sec, and Dalek Khan.
Yeah.
And Rusty's got the internal to Rusty are completely bloody different. It's like, what? The mutant's not in a little capsule. That's Century 21 Dalek. Why has it got this synapses capsule? That's why I hate Victory of the Daleks, because he started mixing Century 21 Daleks in with and Aru Daleks in with main Daleks.
Oh, handy big red button right there.
Yeah.
That's convenient.
Yeah.
Oh God. So what?
Yeah, but it still goes wrong, doesn't it? If I'm correct in saying.
Yeah, you don't see Rusty until Twice Upon a Time again.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a spin-off with Rusty and the Cypher Brig.
He's a great actor. He could have played the Doctor.
Yeah.
I thought you said no Irish doctors.
He's Scottish, isn't he?
Irish.
I'm pretty sure he's Scottish, not Irish.
Who?
The fucking... it doesn't matter. You obviously don't. You obviously...
I thought you meant the Irish actor in this.
No. Excuse me. That was nice. I nearly choked myself though.
An Irish comedian and actor, Michael
Colour
Smiley.
separation overlay is a wee bit kind of off. You can see with it's round Capaldi.
Yeah.
Yeah, not great green screen.
It's not great. Absolutely terrible.
See, that's what I mean. He tried to teach the Dalek, in fairness to him. But the Dalek is always going to go back to that main instinct, which is evil, being evil. It doesn't matter what he tries to do. So Clara was wrong. This is all Clara's fault, and anybody that dies after this, it's Clara's fault.
Yeah,
that's the thing about the Daleks, because that's their survival instinct. Their survival instinct is to destroy, and that's the only means and ways for a Dalek to survive is to exterminate. Because it hates anything that isn't Dalek.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like humans, when we're, when we're on, if we're really put in danger, our instincts kick in. You know, it's going to be the same with the Dalek, man. Their natural instincts are going to kick in. And what is their natural instincts? To kill anything that isn't them in the universe. So, Clara, well done. Daleks can't change. No matter what they say. This is why Moffat did this episode as well. Daleks can't change. They can't. They never will be able to change. You can't change them. Just like the Cybermen. You can't change them.
No.
So they're just outside the Dalek now, just somehow.
Yeah, how did they get outside the Dalek? Yeah, good point. They just suddenly randomly appear outside the Dalek.
Yeah.
There's no, it's like nothing to do with expansion or have to get them to sneak out.
See, that line always gets to me, though.
That's a good line.
It's been said a few times to the Doctor, and I agree. He does make a good Dalek.
Yeah.
You are a good Dalek.
But that's why the Doctor is disappointed, because he says to the Dalek, well, all you seen was me hatred, but there's more than that. But it harks back to the hatred of the Dalek. So Dalek is never going to change.
Well, this also goes back to his "Am I a good man?" You know, that's why they put that in.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean, I like Rusty, but where do you think you're going?
It's supposed to be a spaceship. It looks like a university.
Just drop Clara off and just take her instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Where did the soldier thing come from when he's been with UNIT literally in...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got this animosity towards soldiers and it's like being around
all of
soldiers.
A sudden, I know, that's what I mean. But
random animosity.
He never had a problem with them before. It doesn't...
It doesn't gel.
See, there you go. People say, oh, yes, just hate on the Johnny Winnaker era. There was plenty
Even though he's killed more...
him.
Even though the Doctor's probably killed more aliens than most soldiers put together, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It just didn't make sense, man.
Plus, at this point, he's also realised he was once the War Doctor as well. So,
yeah.
I mean, what was he? He was a soldier.
He's supposed to be hiding in a cupboard now. He's in a classroom. Wasn't there files against the wall? Now there's a locker.
This is very morally ambiguous, this whole story.
I know.
No, but she does make a point there. I don't know if you're a good man, but you do try to be. Like, I think that's fair. I actually think that's fair. I mean, you know, it's probably not the answer he wanted, but it's the best answer she can give.
But she's seen all his life. She knows who he is. You know, she's been there through his entire
Well, that's, because he did the whole thing within the Doctor's time. I know, I kind of get it, but
it's so inconsistent. Yeah, that's the problem with it.
She should know 1 to 11 off and War Doctor off by heart.
Well, she should know those Doctors.
Well, yeah, look at how she dealt with the War Doctor, right? So she knows he had to go through that questioning, that whole process. She's already explained to him, because he was self-doubting about whether he was doing the right thing.
I don't like this one. I really don't.
Oh, the worst episode of this series.
Yeah.
No, I don't think this.
Don't get me wrong.
No, this is not the worst story of this series. I quite like this one.
This is
Kill the Moon and in the Forest of the Night is way worse.
Kill the Moon is great up until the end. We have to be honest here.
The
Kill the Moon is actually a great story until we find out that the moon's an egg. That's what ruins it. The story itself was pretty great.
What they did on the moon would have worked.
But this one that's next week. Listen, don't get me wrong. There's a few laugh out loud moments in this episode.
Yeah,
but I just felt they tried too hard to capitalize. Because if I'm correct in saying, was a Merlin now at the same time, or they had some fucking show out and it was a kind of a crossover fucking thing that.
Yeah.
Well, I think this season is one of the weakest opening seasons for.
Oh yeah.
A New Who Doctor, you know.
Yeah.
He
didn't find his legs until season 9. Seriously.
See, that's the thing. I think there's a bit of a trade-off. You know, there were a lot of improvements later on, but his character, I preferred him when he was more cold and offish than sort of, you know, the midlife crisis rock and roll star Doctor. I mean, I quite like that to some degree, but I still prefer his more Hartnell-esque, Pertwee-esque kind of approach. But maybe that's just.
I mean, I can't fault Capaldi in this.
No, it's not him. It's not him. Nothing at all to do with him. It's just the writing. It's so inconsistent in this episode.
Yeah.
Right. Well, go on. Well, start off with that. Do your review then. Go on, and then give me your rating.
Look, you know, I mean, I had problems with this when it first aired, and I didn't. I have to say, I didn't dislike it as much as I did initially on second watch because I haven't rewatched it since. But it's still very inconsistent. You know, I like the thread of the "Am I a good man?" Even though I don't think it really makes much sense in this. It just came out of nowhere. I think he wrote that line purely just to get to the point where the Dalek could say, "You would have made a good Dalek." You know, you are a good Dalek. So I just think it was a bit of a contrivance to get to that point. And it's the moral ambiguity in all of this is really weird. And especially the bit where, you know, a potentially good companion would have been quite interesting. And she was denied entry because she's a soldier. It's like Yates, Brigadier, you know, Benton. Just weird. Yeah, look, it's got some nice ideas in there, like, but I think it was very naive of the Doctor to go into this thinking that he could make it, you know, believe a Dalek could be good and stuff, and then not understanding its nature after all these years just doesn't seem to fit his character. It doesn't make sense to me. So I think it's an interesting idea that was just sort of really not well thought out. I think at this point already we're seeing Moffat's burnout after the 50th starting to show. You know, I think if Tardis should come in as the Doctor, Moffat should have been having someone else taking over the reins at this point, I think.
Very true.
It just seems very I don't know, there's a lot of contrived Deus Ex stuff in this, and a lot of convenient things left lying around to fix this. And again, the antibodies thing doesn't make sense. For one, they are not organic antibodies, and the antibodies don't need to be attacked. You know, the body doesn't need to be attacked for an antibody to activate. If there's a foreign body inside the corpus, then it will activate and kill them off regardless of whether they're benign or not, whether they're causing trouble or not. It's like sperm, for example, like when they're on the way to the egg, you know, they're constantly being attacked by antibodies to kill them off. You know, they're there to do, you know, the job because they're a foreign body. Anyway, that's a biological thing. I like Rusty. I think in any other sort of story, or, you know, if it was written somewhat differently, it could have worked. But I think it just seems to sort of not go anywhere. You know, it all seems to be sort of filler stories in order to facilitate a contrived self-doubt within the Doctor, to introduce Danny Pink and to, you know, further the link with Missy. but it just seems a wasted opportunity. I quite like the idea of the Dalek discovering beauty and stuff like that. But I think Moffat sort of delved in that area already. And I just think that Moffat's never really got the Dalek right, not once. I think Dalek's very weak point. He never seems to really understand them very well. I don't know why. I mean, he's a fan. But it's awkward. It's difficult for me to... Yeah. I think especially after the sort of quite lengthy, not very exciting, deep breath introduction. It was quite interesting he started off without Clara. He's got some great lines. I'm not going to lie. I think Capaldi had some really good little monologues and things in there. So it's got some nice bits in there, but it just, the story itself is very disposable. So I'll give it a 5. I'm feeling 5. Generous.
Yeah. Listen, I don't particularly like this story. I can see what he tried to do, but like Lee, there's just, I don't know if he did explain how they were able to stay away from the antibodies, but if they didn't, then Lee is absolutely right. It actually makes no sense. It was interesting that he did try to explore the whole, well, what if we did have a good Dalek sort of thing, but it didn't really turn out to be a good
and
Dalek.
The slap, don't get me started.
Yeah, and there was a few little things with Clara. Listen, you know me, right? Everybody knows that I've never liked Clara, and I never will like Clara because of the way Moffat inserted her into the Doctor's history. She was responsible for the Doctor apparently picking the TARDIS and all of this. No,
she's so inconsistent.
It's never washed well with me. Never has, and it never will. So even though she didn't have much to do in this, but when she did, it was kind of like, oh, will you give it over, man? What? So
I'm going to give it. Smartest person in the room, and he's all, she's one step ahead of the Doctor, and she's figuring things out without him. Don't need no man. It's just come get off.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was better than I thought it was going to be better than when I first seen it, but I have to be honest, it's still as bad. So with that said, what did you give it, 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go 4. I didn't like this at all, and I want to be different.
Yeah, and I said I was
only messing. So. But I'm going to go 4. Because I think, and you even said a 5 is generous, but you're being generous, so that's fine. Everybody is generous with an episode now and then. There's no harm in that. But 4 for me. Darren gives it a 5.5. So let's see what the other 2 lads on the panel have to say. But just before we do continue, Charlotte did get in touch with me. She couldn't make it this week, but she hopes to be here next week. So I hope everything is good. And
she couldn't stand into a Dalek either.
She's out. I don't blame her. But anyway, 5.5 for Darren. It would have been lower without Capaldi. Chris gives it a 5 out of 10. So we'll go with Real Super Doctor next.
Yeah, I would rate this story about kind of 3 out of 10. I think it's not a bad episode, but it is in the ranks of the worst. I mean, Capaldi and it was okay, but the whole storyline of getting shrunk and being put inside a Dalek just to kind of alter it, just to kind of make it see sense. I think it's a bit kind of naff idea, kind of rip off of Inner Space.
Invisible enemy, the invisible enemy.
Bits of the Beast Below, bits of Dalek. It's just a kind of hashed up episode with all the bits all put together in that, and very ridiculously done. The Missy scene coming in and that, and I thought it was just plain daft and plain stupid. It's, and the Daleks look kind of a bit plastic. They look like these remote control ones, the character options remote control ones.
I think some of them were.
Yeah.
I'm gonna downgrade my score to 4. I think. Yeah. Now I think about it more. I think I'm doing far too generous as it is.
So that's a 3 for me.
No problem. PD?
I really don't know where to start on this episode. Yeah, this whole inner space inside of Dalek. Well, I mean, what's the bloody point? The way it went in through the lens, it's like they're not biological. That's your old Daleks, Moffat, not the current Daleks. I just, it's just. It would have been better if they were trying to penetrate the Dalek shadow net or something, and in the end, the Doctor ended up triggering a load of memories inside the Dalek, and it ended up going good. That would have been a lot better of a story. But it's also the hodgepodge, the Grange Hill hodgepodge of all the Coal Hill School stuff, which goes absolutely nowhere. And the Doctor now hates soldiers. It's like, why? And then in the end, they just end up go pop. Oh, we're back to normal size again. It's like, how?
Yeah, and then one Dalek managed to kill off the entire fucking Dalek somehow.
Yeah, managed to fight back.
Sitting around waiting to be shot at. Yeah,
I know. And then the inside of the Dalek does not match what we've seen on screen from the RTD era. It's like, what are you doing? Why have they got this kind of? We got the sort of the Century 21 pod inside of Dalek now. That's not what inside of a Dalek looks like. I mean, the mutant would be able to just literally swat them. If they did it.
And it's convenient how you can just walk around it so easily as well.
Yeah, the mutant would have probably just swatted them with one of its tentacles. And then when they got to the bottom of the Dalek, they'd be dodging tentacles.
And why would the Dalek suddenly turn, like, they fix a tiny little scratch in the fucking thing, and so it's causing it to go haywire, right, somehow, and it's not connected at all, seemingly, to where the memory banks are, which switched off or whatever. I don't know. Yeah. And then it goes mad and starts killing everyone. Yeah. And then the Doctor still wants to save it. Clara's tells him to. And no. And then it's like, well, wouldn't you think the Dalek might wait until they've gone before he starts trying to betray them? They're still inside.
It's supposed to be smart.
Oh.
So what do you give it out of 10?
And then they got the bit of Clara's big red button. Oh, I fixed it. I'm best as ever. Oh God, that slap. Really... Don't get me started on the fucking slap. Pardon my language. Yeah, I'll give it a 5 because even though it's really bad, it's better than some of the stuff I've seen from Chibnall's era.
Yeah,
well, that's all negative scores.
That's fair enough. Do us a favour, lads, and do use our channel shout outs. Just something's at the popping up here. One of our neighbours. Remember, I told you I could hear sirens. Well, an ambulance was called for one of our neighbours, but it turns out his wife is the one that's been taken into an ambulance because apparently she's had to take a stroke. So I actually need to go make sure our neighbour is all right and see if they need that done. So if you could do use our shout outs, that would be absolutely fantastic. I'm sorry we have to end so abruptly. I talk a little bit more, but Cheryl just came in to me. That's why I muted myself there for a second, just to let me know what the story was, because I saw.
I hope they're okay. Well, I hope they'll
be same here. So we're just going to make sure anyway. But you know yourself, especially when it's elderly neighbours, always fucking check on your elderly neighbours, folks. Remember, especially if they're living alone as well, they get very lonely. The knock on the door, just see how they are. Trust me, makes a huge difference. Puts a smile on their face. Yeah. So anyway, without further ado, Lee, you can go first, mate.
Yeah, you can check my Instagram, Aldred Audiovisual, and same Aldred Audiovisual for my YouTube channel.
Fantastic. PD?
You can find me in Rabbi's stream, or you can find me with Dave Travels Through Time. Also, can you subscribe to Jack and who else? Who else do we go subscribe to?
Join. I can't even say it. Drawing Jack Rabbit.
And there's another one.
One word.
Oh yeah, Daniel's channel. Daniel and Charlotte's channel. But she's not here.
Yeah, Daniel Leach.
Okay.
And Real Super Doctor.
I've got Twitter under Real Super Doctor. I've got an Instagram under Real Super Doctor, and I've got YouTube under Real Super Doctor.
Fantastic. And I just want to add, as you know, we covered a very, very disturbing topic yesterday on this channel. And as I said, it's actually quite funny that Doctor Who's trending because, they're all going after Sophia. But everybody remains silent on a certain person out there that's writing books that's aimed at 13-year-olds that are adult, basically. But I want to give a special shout out to Gobby Guy, because Gobby Guy has also covered this issue on his channel, and it's good to see. Because as I said, nobody else is going to cover this, right? They're all going to stay silent. And Gobby Guy, fair play, he said that he felt he needed to say something, and he done his own video on it. So go and check out what he had to say. And again, he was like me. We were very cautious. We're just reading out an article and giving our opinions. You know, that's what we do. And the reason why, as Gobby said in his video, the reason why we're covering it is because this person works under the Doctor Who brand.
Yep.
And, you know, it's got to be called out. But it's funny how they're calling out someone online that is saying that we shouldn't believe a newspaper article. But yeah, there's evidence, and we read some of that evidence to show that there's someone that's connected to this show that's writing explicit content for 13-year-olds and up. Absolutely disgusting. But stay silent, all you want, just two-faced rattlesnake cunts. Yeah? Okay? Because at the end of the day, there'll be plenty of channels like mine that will cover it.
No, this is always the case in the BBC, isn't it?
Yeah, and we don't bow down to nobody, right? Yeah. And we won't be bowing down to nobody. So if any more developments happen with this, we will talk about it because we're not letting it go. These things need to be called out.
Yeah.
But yeah, the idiots on social media and Twitter that have been hiding in the hole all of a sudden now are coming out of their holes now and they're attacking a woman. And you all claim to be fucking for women's rights. You're all a bunch of fucking hypocrites.
Yeah, believe all women except that one, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Anyway, we leave it there. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for joining us. And subscribe to all of those channels, as I said. And PD has put every channel in there as well, including Gobby Guys. Thank you very much. And we will see you again, hopefully, tomorrow. Yeah.
Actually, what's happening tomorrow?
Well, I'm doing a member stream, so I'm doing the RTD era. Membership. I'm doing the RTD era. I've just decided that I'm not going to have a panel for it. I'm just going to do it myself because we have the panels for the Peter Capaldi one. So
your channel, buddy. Your channel.
Yeah.
So, I'll do it that way.
Fura.
You doing anything Friday?
Oh yeah, I'll be streaming every Friday. The poll is still up for the movie. I'll tell you now what the actual how it's going. Actually, I should actually retweet it. It's been a while since I retweeted it. Hold on, where is the poll? So these are the 4 options if you're on Twitter. I did leave up a poll. Where is it?
I'm not.
Don't blame you. Even Elon Musk is getting off Twitter.
I'm buried. I buried it.
Doesn't buy that.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
No, I think he's very, very, very smart.
I know what he did, yeah, but he's an idiot, right? Because he promised us all that he was going to.
He still might. This could be a ploy just to get the price down. You know,
early days.
Hopefully, 40 billion anyway is a joke if you ask me. Buy Manchester United, it'll only cost you 4 billion, Elon. 4 billion for Manchester United, Elon. Are you listening? You'll have a football club that will make you millions each year. Without shadow, their biggest club in the world.
I really don't think he cares about making a few million. He's just like, whatever.
No, he's actually one of the few that actually wants to make the world a better place. It's actually weird that I'm saying that, but he actually does. But this whole electric car bollocks, it's just the same. It's just the same bollocks as climate change. You don't need electric cars, you fucking morons.
What do they run on? Electricity? Where does the electricity come from? Fossil fuel power plants.
How are we making at the moment?
And the batteries, the batteries that you can't recycle, which are toxic.
Right, here's the poll. Yeah, it was buried. Right, so there's only been 21 votes. So get votes. So here are the choices of the movies. So you've got Event Horizon, Sphere, Apollo 13, or The Martian. And the result so far, there's only 22 votes or 21 votes, so it can still change dramatically. But Event Horizon right now is winning with 38%.
Good film.
33% is The Martian. On 24% is Apollo 13. But the one that I'm actually shocked about is Sphere, because that's actually a good movie as well. You know, had Dustin Hoffman and Sharon Stone in it, and it was the one where they found the sphere. Do you remember? And weird shit happens to them. Good movie. But Event Horizon is another great movie. Sam Neill. Is it Sam Neill? Yeah, Sam Neill's in it. Brilliant movie.
Doris Anderson's first film, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was criticised. It never really, it never really gets the credit that it deserves. Apparently, it's too dark for a sci-fi movie. I thought it was great.
Sci-fi horror.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. But I love it. So anyway, if you haven't got voted and you want to change the vote, basically you've got the vote. So vote. Yeah, I'm actually talking in riddles now. I'm going to leave it there. Right, good night, folks. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. And
good night.
We'll see you, Jordan. I'll see you all week anyway. Right, so just
good night, chat.
Have a good one.
Good night.
Good night to you all. And yeah,
night.
We will see you soon.
Why not? Just to the end. Just be kind.
What the heck?